Hey guys, BJ the Brave here, back with another full class review. This time we're on Havencraft. I've been looking forward to this one, guys. It's always like with a new game, checking out the more control archetypes and seeing if they're up to it. Often they're not, often they fail. So let's dive into Havencraft and see. Very quickly, we're going to go through the cards. We're going to give them a score of 1 to 5. If it's 5 stars, remember that is those meta-defining cards. A 4 means they're really good. They're the sort of cards that are going to make up the majority of the meta decks. A 3 means it's okay, probably situationally good, but otherwise a bit meh. 2 is generally a bad card, and 1 is unplayable. With that said, let's dive on in. And again, thanks for all the support and all of the interaction in the comments. Really appreciating it and can't wait to bring you a ton more content for this game. Alright, so jumping into the first card, we have the Winged Statue. It's a 1-cost amulet. It says countdown 4. That is quite a while to wait, I guess, but it says last word, summon a holy falcon. And once again, we can use this engage 1. Engage means we can click on the card and select engage, and as long as we pay the number in the brackets, which is 1, we can advance, in this case, advance this amulet's count by 1, so we can speed it up. Alright, let's take a look at the Holy Falcon. It's a 2/2 with Storm. Of course, in a pinch, if you've got potentially lethal, you can super evolve that, right, and make that a 5/5 hitting face. So it's alright, it's alright. I would say that... how good is it? Play turn 1. It is about timing it. One of the things with this faction is timing when the countdowns run out. So that's going to be the difficult thing in terms of like assessing them. I would say it's somewhere between a 2 and a 3. I don't think it's like... It's not a terrible card, but I don't think it's that great either. Storm is powerful though, right? So... I don't know, is it a 2, is it a 3? Are we going to be on the fence again, guys? Let's give it a 2.5. Moving on, Serene Sanctuary. Absolutely love the artwork, love this card. I think this is just a great example of a card that is like quite simple in the design, but just really, really well nailed, really well executed. Personally, I might be biased on this, but I want to give this 5 stars. Basically what you do is it costs you 1, it's got countdown 3, and it's draw 2 cards. You can spend the extra 1 if you want to speed that up, but you don't have to, right? So quite often you can just play this on turn 1 and just not do the engage and get the extra 2 cards when you get them, and you got them for 1 cost. I think it's great. Yeah, I think this is a 5. I mean, at the very least it's a 4, but I'm gonna come off the fence with this one and call it a 5. Maybe the artwork tips it for me. Next up we've got a 2-drop, Fox of Purity. It's got 1 attack. It has got 3 health. I noticed that most of the 2 drops only have 2 attacks, so it could potentially survive in the early game, and it's got ward, right? So the problem is if someone can get 3 attack on it, then you only did 1 attack back. It doesn't seem to do a lot. And in the late game, it doesn't scale very well, this at all. It just feels really, really bad. You wouldn't want to evolve or super evolve it. I feel like it's a bad card overall. I'm going to give this a 2. Next up, we've got Manu, the Dark Dweller. So he's got aura, right? Now, aura means that, just to remind you, it prevents the follower from being selected for enemy abilities. So, where our opponent might want to use spells and things like that to remove, or where they have a fanfare ability that targets an opponent. I think both of those is quite immune when it's got aura. So in other words, it can only be traded into by enemy followers, which is kind of interesting. It does say when you engage an amulet, so speed up the amulet's countdown, give this follower +1 till the end of the turn. So again, like timing, right? When do you want to engage? Well, if you want to give this guy extra boost, it could potentially do 4 attack, and it could be awkward for your opponent to get rid of. I think it's a 3. It's like not setting the world on fire, but it's kind of like decent, right? And now we got Sarissa. Sarissa is a follower that says it comes with ward. No, whenever an ally follower with ward is destroyed, give this follower +1/1. Also, evolve, give this barrier. So is this an evolved target from turn 4? You evolve it, it becomes a 4/4 with barrier. It's not bad, is it? Like, that first attack is receiving no damage back. I'm gonna give it a 3. I don't know. Barrier could be really good. Like, how many? I'm not sort of seeing tons and tons of pings in this game, so barrier might actually be low-key, like, pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 3 for now. Next we got the Dark Haven Grace. It's a 2-drop amulet. Engage 1. Select an allied follower on the field and give it +1/1. Restore 1 defense to your leader. Is this good? Engage 1, select an allied follower on the field and give it +1/+1. I mean, again, it's one of those where, like, the timing's very good, isn't it? And restore 1 defense to your leader. I don't know. It seems a little bit meh to me. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something with that card. Seems alright. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 3. Could be wrong, but... Next up, we got the Pact of the Beast Princess. Nice artwork on this one. Again, another 2 amulet. It's got countdown 2. It says, last word, summon a holy flame tiger. I really like this because obviously you're getting... and they've got holy flame tiger. I'm pretty sure this didn't have rush in OG. But I'm glad to see this card back. This was kind of a staple idea in Havencraft before. The only thing I wonder with this card is... Yeah, countdown 2's not long. You're not waiting long. So you're paying 2 player points, right? You've got kind of... What I like about Havencraft is that, okay, you've got a delay of 2 turns, but you only paid 2, you only invested 2, and you get this 4/4 rush tiger, which is pretty good. Of course, you can evolve it and make it a 6/6. And actually, for an extra 1, you can advance the amulets count by 1 if you need to. So I like this card. I think this is going to be one of those key ones that you're going to build like timing around. Yeah. I would say this is a 4, personally. Yeah, I think that's a 4. And then you've got the Angelic Prison Priestess. This is a 3-drop, 2/2, fanfare, draw an amulet. Draw an amulet, so pulling straight from your deck and a specific card. I always like that. Evolve. Select an amulet in your hand and reduce its cost by 1. Oh. So you're going to draw it, and then you can evolve and make that chip. This is really good. Really good. Don't mind evolving it for an ability like that, right? Yeah, I think that's a 4. 4 out of 5. Good card. Next, we've got the Holy Shield Maiden. For a 3-drop, you've got a 2/1. Ward and barrier. Kind of like this idea where you only get 1 health. You only get 1 defense, but you've got the barrier, right? Definitely reminds me a little bit of Hearthstone, this. I kind of wonder how good barrier is. There doesn't seem to be a ton of pings, right? Barrier could be good. And the fact they've ward, like they've got to attack into you. I feel like this card's pretty good. I'm gonna say, ooh, is it a 4 though? Is it a 4? It doesn't scale amazingly. I'm gonna give it. Is it a 3 or a 4? I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I'm being a bit ambitious there, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I think barrier is actually gonna be pretty good. Yeah, I think barrier is gonna be pretty good. That is my. That's what I'm kind of gambling on a bit with this card. So 3.5. Okay, Dose of Holiness. It's a 3 cost. Engage, destroy this card. Select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 4 damage. Restore 1 defense to your leader. Okay, so it's essentially... Yeah, you don't have to pay anything else to trigger the engage. It's just timing. I actually quite like this, right? Because you can invest. What you do is you kind of invest the 3, but your opponent doesn't have to have anything on the board, and then you can just engage it when you want. I think this is a good card. Dose of Holiness. I think this is a 4. I like it. The Winged Warrior. Fanfare. Select another allied follower on the field and give it +1/+1. Yeah, I think that's okay. I generally quite like those abilities. They work better in a tempo deck, like in Swordcraft, for example. That type of ability is pretty good because you're always going to have stuff on the board. I do wonder with this faction whether you might be playing this guy onto an empty board. It does say another follower as well, right? So there's no chance he can just put this on himself. Yeah, that could be the problem. Like, it might just, like in Havencraft, it might not be good enough. But again, this is a timing thing, isn't it? So if you time your amulet so that something pops out on the turn that you want to play this, then you give it the +1/1. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a timing thing. I think it's like a 3, this card. Like 4/4 standard for 4. And also evolve, replicate the effects of this card's fanfare ability. Okay, so you can go +2/2 if you wanted to evolve it. I think it's pretty meh, this card. I can't say it's bad, but I can't say it's good either. I just think it's like, it'll be an okay starter card for sure. The Iron Fist Priest, also a 4-drop, 5 attack, 4 defense. Select an enemy follower on the field with 3 defense or less and banish it. Oh, I'll tell you what this is really good at doing. This is really good at dealing with this card, right? These like 3 drops that are tough to deal with. Imagine you just come on in a mirror match with the Iron Fist Priest and just destroy it. And also banish all enemy followers with 3 defense or less instead on Super Evolve. So really good against like Swordcraft and Forestcraft. Yeah. I think this card is a 3. I think there are going to be... The problem with this card is when you want to play it out and your opponent just doesn't have anything. But I do like this like hard removal for small units, and then I do like that as it's a nice niche. I'm going to give it a 3. I don't think it's going to be like lighting the world on fire, but I don't think it's a bad card either. Now we got Reno or Reno. This is a 4-drop with only 3 attack but 5 defense. Says Clash, deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. Clash activates when the follower attacks or is attacked by another follower before damage is exchanged. Okay, so he's going to kind of like chip away at the enemy leader. Super Evolve, give this follower can attack 2 times per turn. Do you want to Super Evolve this though? So it'd be, I mean, I suppose it would do... But it hasn't got Storm though. I was going to say it could do 12 attack, but it's not going to be 12 attack to face. Now, I think this is a bad card. I think it's like quite expensive. I'm going to give it like a 2, I think. Next up we've got Ronavero, the Darkhaven Ward. Ambush, evolve, select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it. Do you want to evolve this card? Feels like quite expensive, right? You're paying the 4 and you've got to get the evolve point. I've got a feeling that's a bad card. And your ambush is pretty decent, but then you've only got 1 attack anyway. What's the point in the ambush almost? I suppose the ambush means that you can wait a turn, right? So it's a bit like that thing again, if you can invest now, knowing even though your opponent hasn't got something you want to destroy, he then can't develop his board because this is an ambush, he can't deal with it. And if he develops something good, you're going to then evolve and kill it. Yeah, it's kind of got a niche. This kind of has got a stall element built into it, hasn't it? Which is what you're trying to do with... It's interesting. I think I'm going to test this card. I've got... My initial instinct is that it's a 2, but it might actually be a 3. Next up is the avian statue. Oh, I do love the art on that. Look at that. So this is a 4-drop amulet. Wow. Countdown 2. It's got to be good. Last word, summon a regal falcon. And a regal falcon has storm, 4/4. Also beautiful artwork. Engage 2, advance the amulet's count by 2. But if you do that, right, you've paid 6. You've paid 6 for a 4/4 with storm? That doesn't feel good. What am I missing here? Okay, let's say you don't engage then, and you just time it. You paid 4 for a 4/4 with storm? God, is this card terrible? I mean, it's really difficult to know like how valuable is a 4/4 with storm. And of course, it's going to be always this dance of timing it. What else can we put on it to buff it? It could be good, but if this feels to me like this could be like a... I would almost give this a 1, but because it is storm, I'm going to give it a 2. Radiant Guiding Angel. Fanfare, draw 2 cards. Restore 2 defense to your leader. So it's like draw on a stick, right? Like, if we think that 3 play points to draw 2 cards is standard, you're paying 2 more than that for a 2/3. In terms of value, it's alright. Like, getting the heal as well. But it's very not what you want to be doing at 5. Like, it feels very slow. I think it's a bad card. I'm going to say 2. Salefa, Guardian of Water. Another one that I love the art on. Now, this is a 3/3, right? Restore 3 defense to your leader. Fanfare. Alright. It has got ward. And then deal 3 damage to all enemy followers with the evolve. Now, this is a card I do think you want to spend your evolve on in the mid-game. I really like this card. Personally, I really like this card because I feel like by turn 5, you kind of like... dealing 3 damage to all enemy followers is pretty much going to clear the board, and especially because you're evolving, right? So this is going to be a 5/5 with rush, so you're going to deal with anything that's bigger anyway. And then it's got ward if it survives. I mean, I feel like... And restore defense. I feel like this is a 5, guys. I'm not even going to lie. I'm super looking forward to playing this card. It's at least a 4, but I'm being a bit optimistic, but I'm going to call it a 5. I think this is like really just what you want in a control build around the mid game. Next up, you got the Soulcure Sister. Restore 5 defense to your leader, and it's got ward. 3 attack, 5 defense. Is that good enough at 6 though? Again, part of me is thinking like, how good is heal, right? How good is heal? How much do we put a value? Do we value that? Where are we going? Wrong way. I would say it's probably a bad card, but again, I'm not really sure because it's got a ward and it's healing, and we are trying to get to the late game. I'm gonna give it like a 2.5. Skullfane of Demise. So we got a 4/4 for 6, and it says Fanfare, destroy all allied amulets and deal X damage to all enemies. X is the number of amulets destroyed. Oh, so all the amulets that you've putting down with countdown, right? This just like goes, forget your countdown, you're gonna... So basically it's like going to 0. When you destroy it, I think it triggers all of the effects. So it's like an auto trigger of all the amulets, which is that's really powerful. So you're gonna probably deal like 2 to 4 damage AoE, I think. Hey, I've just realised it says deal X damage to all enemies, so that includes enemy face, right? This card's good. I think this card's key because when you're playing a faction where timing is important, this ability to just like short circuit the timing, I think this is a 4. I think for me, I'm gonna give it a 4. Next up, we got Featherfall. Deal 3 damage to all enemy followers. Summon a holy falcon. It does have storm, but it's a bit underwhelming at 6. Like it's a 3 AoE and then do another 2 damage. It feels like a bad card. I'm gonna give it a 2. I don't think it's enough at 6. I feel like it's too expensive. Yeah. Now the unholy vessel, on the other hand, is a 6-drop. You can engage it when you like, and it says destroy this card and all followers. Anyone who's played Warforged, this is like Will of Gork. Just destroy the board, blow it up. For 6 is really good, and the fact that you can place the amulet down, so you can spend the 6 on turn 6, and then just engage it when you need it. I really like that. Oh, what are we doing? Yeah, it can be activated once per turn by pressing the engage button. It doesn't cost any extra player points. I think this is superb. In this kind of control deck, like, that is brilliant. That is so much better than it. If this was just a 6 energy spell, a 6 player point spell that said destroy all followers, it wouldn't be as good. But because you can put it down on 6 and then just engage when you like, I feel like that is really powerful. This feels like a 4.5 to me, like at least a 4. Yeah, it's really cool. Now we've got Maeve, Guardian of Earth. Awesome art again. This is Ward. And last word, summon a copy of a random allied amulet destroyed this match with the highest base cost. Hello. So we could get Unholy Vessel back. Oh, so you bring Unholy Vessel back and then... and then again you can just time it when you want to do the destruction. I like it. I think this is... yeah, this is good. 4, I think. It is 7, though. I mean, Ward and 7's pretty good. There's a lot of Ward in this faction, which is nice. It's a really nice anti-storm faction, isn't it? I feel like this is a 4. I'm giving it a 4. Good card. Rodeo. Anathema of Judgment. So we got a 5/5. Fanfare says select a card in your hand and discard it. Summon 3 random, differently named amulets from your deck that cost 3 or less. Wow. How many amulets did we have that cost 3 or less? I mean, we can pretty much like guarantee what they are, right? That's pretty good. I like that a lot. And the other thing that I really like about this is, like, there's a few things I like. So 1 is draw, which is good. 2, it's specific draw, which is a real premium, right? Because you can deck build around that. And 3, it's massive amount of thinning. So because you're drawing amulets, you then are more likely, like, you know, in a match, you know, okay, statistically, I'm more likely to get a spell that I'm digging for, or I'm more likely to get a follower that I'm digging for. So I think this is like a pro player's card, right? This feels high level. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. And Super Evolve, destroy a random enemy follower with the highest attack. That's good, because it could be something that is in ambush that you can't target, like Aura. Yeah, that's really nice. Deal 1 damage to all enemy followers as well. Okay. Probably is a Super Evolved target as well, right? This card feels really good. It is doing a lot of setting up. Oh, mind you, if you Super Evolve it. This film's an 8/8 with Rush. Is this a 5? Do you know what? I'm giving this card a 5. I think this card is really good. I feel like it's really good. I mean, maybe it's a 4.5, but I'm gonna give it a 5. Now we got Sacred Griffon. It's 6 attack, 8 defense, ward. Whenever you engage an amulet, give this follower storm. I mean, obviously, this could be like a cheap, like a beginner card finisher, right? In the sense of, you play this down, you've got your amulets on the board, you go, okay, engage them, this guy gets Storm, then you could go Super Evolve on him if you want because he's now got Storm. So now he becomes like a 9 drop, sorry, 9 attack, and then if any of the amulets give boost to attack, it could be more, and it's going straight to face. So it could definitely be a finisher. One of the things about Havencraft is I'm not sure they've really got many win cons, like really big finishers. So this card does not feel great, certainly compared to some of the other later game Storm cards in other classes. However, I wonder whether the whole timing thing with the amulets and the fact that Havencraft don't have a ton of like win cons, whether you'll actually end up playing this. Like, it's a slightly bad card that might just be necessary. But I don't know. I need to play really to figure out like what are the win cons and is it any good. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Not sure how I feel about this one. What do we give this out of 5? I'm kind of gonna give it a 3 because I kind of feel like it could, in the right situation, it could be obviously win your games, but it feels like a bad card. It's like on that 2 to 3 verge for me. It might be a 2.53 that you end up just playing like a couple of them. You end up playing like 2 copies. I don't think you'd run 3 copies of this. Interesting. Next up, you've got Wapis, the Shiny Seraph. We did see this card before. It's an 8 costed 7/6, and it's got last words gain crest, and the crest, which obviously goes and sits, it's basically like a leader ability, right? It sits on your leader, and it says countdown 2, last words summon Lapis Shiny, so and give it Storm. So basically what happens is when you play her, she does really nothing other than put the crest on your leader. It's then she's got to die, then you've got to count down 2, and then it says she'll come back with Storm. So she's like a phoenix. It's a cool concept, right? She's the phoenix. She keeps coming back, and every time she does, she's got Storm. She doesn't have Storm when you first play her. I feel like she needs Storm when you first play her. This card's just too slow. I'm not being funny when I say this, guys. My experience of CCGs, unless this game is going to be really slow, which it doesn't seem like it is, I feel like this is a 1. I feel like this card's unplayable. Like, how are you ever going to meet this win con? I mean, yeah, if the game goes like 14, 16 turns, it's great, right? But it's never going to be like that. I feel like it's an unplayable card. And not to mention, if you get a second copy or a third copy of it, what do you do, right? You can't keep using the same crest thing. It doesn't make any sense. I think it's a bad to unplayable card. I'm going to say it's a 1. I think this might be the first unplayable card. This is a real shame. It's a real shame because we've done, you know, there's so much in the faction that's about delaying to the late game. We've done so much to get to late game. This is not the kind of payoff you're looking for at all. I'm disappointed with that. I feel like she needs to be countdown 1 and have Storm. Even then, she might not be good. I don't know. What she is at the minute is not it. I think it's a 1. If you've been really kind, it's a 2, but I don't like it at all. Last card, though, we have Jeanne, Saintly Knight. Okay, so Jeanne is a 8 cost, 6/6 with Ward again. So again, nice anti-storm card. Fanfare, deal 6 damage to all enemy followers. Give all other allied followers on the field a 2/2/4. I mean, I love that buff. The key here is going to be, as with the whole faction really, is how the pro Havencraft players are going to be those who have just really worked out the timing of the countdowns, and this could be devastating. I mean, you just need to have 1 unit getting that +2/4, and that's pretty good. Deal 6 damage to all enemy followers. You're probably happy to super evolve Jeanne, right, and give her a 9 rush, and then the +2 on something else that, God help somebody if you've got more than one thing. I think this card's really nice. I think I want to say it's a 5, except for, I keep asking myself, what would you give this if you didn't have anything on board? You are still clearing the enemy board, for sure. And you've still got ward. And Super Evolve would be good, right? Because Super Evolve would make this 9 defense with ward. But obviously, if there isn't if you haven't got an allied follower down, then maybe it feels more like a 4. Gosh, if you have it, it's a 5 for sure. So I feel like I'm going to give it a 4.5. Let me know in the comments what you think. So yes, guys, that is Havencraft. Overall, I feel like the faction is quite nice. It feels like it's sort of like a tier 2 in terms of power level so far from the ones I've seen. Feels like a really nice challenge. It feels like a kind of real pro level deck as well. Like there's a lot more decision points and things you've got to prepare. And if you like planning ahead, this is definitely going to be a great class for you. So yeah, guys, thanks a lot. If you made it to the end, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this card, definitely check out this video next. Thanks a lot, guys.